Okay, I disassembled my bike and previous scooter rash, and then my son dropped my scooter, and I tried to fix it with factory kit that I bought. It was a 2-part paint, and I couldn't quite blend it in just right, and this is where it was taped off. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and rough sand it, and then I'm gonna put some primer, and I'm going to do the Raptor truck bed lining product, but it's Raptor brand. So I'm just gonna take the headlights off, everything, so nothing gets sprayed. Some of these things, I'll take the plastics out and the grommets, some of these other parts, and the turn signals, so they don't get sprayed. But let's see the progress. Okay, this is the inside cowl of my 2009 Honda Silverwing. I'm going to take the headlights out, use a 10mm socket, and I'm going to remove the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's some screwdriver pieces for the holding in the turn signals, and then I'm going to take those off. I'm not going to disconnect any of the wires or anything. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm just going to keep it intact so it's keep together. I think it's just this one, and this one back here. So I'm going to take all that apart, and then I can get it prepped to spray. Okay, I took the bolts out. There was 4 10mm. I used an extension and a little ratchet and a Phillips screwdriver, and took the 6 screws out of the turn signals. And as you can see, I did a plastic repair welding kit, and because he dropped it and some tabs were broken, so I put them back on. And so what you're gonna do after you take the 3 screws off of here, and 3 screws, 1, 2, 3 screws off here, you're gonna carefully remove them out of its way. It's got that, it hooks down in there and it slides down in there like so. If you just pull it outwards, same with this side, pull this outwards, and then pull out the hole, and then there's your whole cowl, the inside. I'm also going to remove these 2 black pieces, Phillips screws here and here also, and then I don't know if I'm going to take these grommets out or just tape them off, whichever's fastest for me. So then, yeah, and then I also have a broken piece here when he dropped it, so I will plastic weld that, and then the other side, you know, also, and then smooth it out, and then I can spray. And then helpful tip is I like to use masking tape and put all the bolts near the parts that where the parts go, kind of like reverse engineering. Now with these 3 here for the windscreen and windshield, I'm probably just gonna tape those off like right in here, and same with this one. I'm just concerned about the parts that are gonna be showing with that bed liner stuff. So that stuff I'm not worried about. It's just I'm concerned about the spraying area that I'm gonna be spraying. And also a helpful tip is I put them in containers and label them and keep them kind of in the same vicinity, so then when you reverse engineer, or when you put the parts back, they're like within the vicinity to help you. And it's good to try to take pictures or video before you even remove stuff, so you can know how to put it back. Okay, I'm gonna take some masking tape and tape off stuff I don't want sprayed. Some of these screw holes, tabs, don't want some overspray or messing up the threads, or things that you don't want sprayed or have overspray, you're gonna want to tape off, which I did here. This is all stuff that's pretty much hidden anyway. I'm not gonna focus on spraying any of this. This is stuff that's hidden underneath the the windshield, and that front cowl has a different piece here, like so. I'm not gonna remove, this is the front cowl that goes over like so, if you wanna see the front. But I'm gonna just tape off the rubber piece because I was gonna peel it off on the end, and there's some gluey stuff underneath there, and I'd like to just keep it on there. I don't want to get double-sided tape or re-glue it or something. I'm just gonna leave that. I could just tape it off and spray. But I removed the black piece inside here, had 2 screws. I put in my tray over there, my parts bin, so I don't want that sprayed. Like I said, take off stuff you don't want to spray, tape it off, you know, and then just better be safe than sorry. Okay, so I taped it off. It has some 3M automotive flex tape, very flexible stuff. Let's see here. Got it at Walmart. You can get it at automotive store. It's just very thin, you know, but helpful tip, make sure that it's on there good and press it down really good, because then when you go to spray, you don't want it to fly off. Here's another piece. This is the center cowl where your feet go in, and the fuel door. And I taped off kind of like the smooth parts that I don't want in case parts go fit together, that I don't want sprayed. And then I had the door closed. I taped the inside, and then I taped it shut. So then I don't want no overspray on the inside too. I kind of taped off the inside of the fuel grommet or whatever you want, that I don't, just in case if it sprayed through the crack through here. So, but this one's already sanded down, but yeah, all the smooth parts that I don't want overspray. So I want the parts to fit back together when we go to assemble it back together again. Okay, still in my living room. This is the upper inner cowl. This is where the inner fuel door is, where the gas cap is, and then this is the upper where your feet. I use plastic, more masking tape, covering the places that I don't want sprayed. And I use that flexi green stuff inside, and it's pretty flexible. And then the rest of it, because I like the leather texture of the dash and the pockets in the dashboard on this 09. So I have it plastic. Doesn't have to be pretty, but just make sure it's secure. So then when I go to spray it, you don't get no overspray or spray something accidentally. So mask it off. I have the 2 side under pieces of the fairing, and like I said, I use masking tape, fairly cheap. I put all the bolts and all the hardware on the inside, protect it and whatnot, so it stays with the piece. So then when I put the pieces together, I know where they go on which side. So this one's pretty banged up, beat up, but we'll take it outside. And this one's a fairly new piece. And then this one was the repaired one, and then he scuffed it up. And then as you can see, I don't know, but I sprayed this one too with a feathering. It went from factory, and then you can see as it starts to feather into the piece that I did. But I'm just gonna redo it. Same like right here, I had it taped off. I'm just not happy with it.